So my name is Blake Isbell, and we are currently here at Coolidge ISD, and I am stoked to be here. It's been a few years since I've performed here at Coolidge ISD, and we are currently in the band hall, the place where I grew up as a musician. I had started coming here at age 3, and then I graduated from the school at age 18, and then I have visited about 2 or 3 times in my adult life since I have graduated, and I really love, I want to say thank you so much to Miss Ivy for allowing us to use this space. Miss Ivy has done a lot for Coolidge, and she has done a lot for me. I'm very thankful for her. So I am here to play for a banquet. The Sandy Coalition has asked me to be a guest performer, and it's really cool because this is the 5-year anniversary of when I received the scholarship that they award students from at this banquet. So it's so cool to just go back and revisit, go down memory lane. Since then, I have released currently 3 studio albums. And so I'm gonna be playing a few highlighted songs from each of my 3 albums. I picked out my outfit to represent all 3 of the albums. We have Tales of Navarro, we have Letters to Lipscomb, and we have Deconstruction. So we have all 3 of them represented. And yeah, I'm really excited to show you guys some live performances of some of my music. So Glass is a song that is from my 3rd studio album, and when I released the album, I had some people that were telling me that they really loved it. I do think it's a very underrated song. I did not release it as a single because there were a few songs that I had to choose between for that album release. And yeah, I think Glass is a song that's gonna really stand out. It's one of the first songs that I wrote on the album, and it was really fun because I was in the studio and I was kind of adding this little percussive thing and this beat drop, and it's a song that we really spent a lot of time working really hard on the production of it, and it was really cool trying to do the production of that song, and it kind of was the song that gave birth to the production across the whole album to give the album a very cohesive sound. So I'm really excited. This is the first time I've ever performed it live.
Hello, Coolidge, Texas. How y'all doing this evening? All right, wonderful. So I want to first begin by thanking Sandy Coalition, Coolidge-Sandy Coalition, for everything that they do for our community, and they have managed to continue to give scholarships every single year, even through the pandemic, and that is a big accomplishment. So I want to first give a round of applause to Coolidge-Sandy Coalition. And I also want to say thank you for inviting me to come play for all of you this evening. Yeah, thank you. This is a big dream of mine. This is actually the first time I will ever have played any original music standing on this stage. And I have been, I went to Coolidge from age 3 to age 18. I graduated from here, so I grew up here all of my childhood. And I have done many things on the stage. I have done a kindergarten graduation on the stage. I have done elementary songs with Miss Ivy. I have done junior high band concerts. I've done high school band concerts. And I even had the honor of coming maybe 2 or 3 times since I graduated to perform for Coolidge as well. But it has been a few years since I have performed for all of you. So I am so honored to be here, and it's a big dream of a little 3, 4, 5-year-old Blake's dreams coming true tonight, getting to play on this stage for all of you. So I want to thank you so much for having me here and inviting me. Now, this is also the 5th year since I received the scholarship. So that's kind of the appeal a little bit, is I am representing a story of somebody who has received the scholarship like these wonderful students here. Or wait, y'all graduated already, didn't y'all? You did? Ex-students, alumni, these new alumni right here. I was in their shoes 5 years ago, and so I have a story of what I did in the past 5 years. I went to school. I started going to Navarro. I stayed at Navarro because I loved it there. I had a great relationship with the music faculty there. And I told Sandy Coalition when I got this scholarship, I said, wherever I go, I represent Coolidge, and I will continue to represent Coolidge. So my achievements are also a reflection of Coolidge because I was born and raised here my entire life. Many teachers, community members, parents poured into me, and here we are. Getting close brings us lows that we face, and every word I say is another chance for cracks to form. So I take a breath and brush it off, ignore my hurt. There are problems that you avoid. You ignore the pain that you've employed, and every word I say is another chance for you to crack, shattered into 50 million pieces. Glass. Fragile are the scars you leave that you can never see. Pay attention to me, listen when I speak. I need you here with me. But every word I say is another chance for cracks to form. But I can't hold it in anymore. There are problems that you avoid. You ignore the pain that you've employed, and every word I say is another chance for you to crack, shattered into 50 million pieces. Glass, you're selfish, so selfish for this pain I feel for you. But you don't care like I pretend you do. I pretend you do. There are problems that you avoid. You ignore the pain that you've employed, and every word I say is another chance for you to crack. I'm shattered, I'm shattered, I'm shattered, I'm shattered, I'm shattered, I'm shattered. There are problems that you avoid. You ignore the pain that you've employed, and every word I say is another chance for you to crack, shattered into 50 million pieces. Glass.
This is arguably my biggest song. I have a lot of stories. I feel like every artist has like that one song where if they play a show, like you have to play that song because people are like gonna be disappointed if they don't hear that song. And I definitely think that for me, You Missed Out is one of those songs. And it's just crazy. When I was in college at my third college, Harding University, I had some social circles where they listened to my music. I didn't even know that they listened to my music, but I have this story of when I was walking about to give my senior capstone project, and I was walking through the building, and I hear through one of the theater classrooms, I hear a group of people singing, oh, 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 and then they would just like take off with the lyrics, and it was just crazy because they were singing my song. And it's still, I've released a whole album since then, and it's still one of my most popular. So this is You Missed Out.
And if you haven't gone through it yet, you probably will, but I feel pretty confident in saying most of us have experienced this before. And that is the experience of rejection. We all have been rejected in one way or another. And I experienced a pretty severe form of rejection at my second college. And my second album is all about that experience at my second college. And there was a standout song from that album that is all about rejection. My motto is, you know what? They just missed out. Oh, 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 oh. I am an asset. I contribute in ways you wouldn't believe. I've got the magic. I've got tricks on my sleeve you couldn't see. I've been slept on my whole life, but they don't know what's on the inside. Oh, you don't know who you slept on. Oh, you don't know who you did wrong. I was the kid that was never big, but I won every game I was in. Oh, you don't know who you laughed at. Oh, you don't know who you made mad. I was the star that was too high up to see, and you missed out on me. It was so tragic that no one would believe in me. That is what happens to those who have to see to believe. I know who I am, and that makes me strong. It's time to prove all the haters wrong. Oh, you don't know who you slept on. Oh, you don't know who you did wrong. I was the kid that was never picked, but I won every game I was in. Oh, you don't know who you laughed at. Oh, you don't know who you made mad. I was the tale that you didn't believe, and you missed out on me. Oh, 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 oh. It took me so long to be strong, but now I am where I belong. It took me so long to be strong, but now I am where I belong. Oh, you don't know who you slept on. Oh, you don't know who you did wrong. I was the kid that was never picked, but I won every game I was in. Oh, you don't know who you laughed at. Oh, you don't know who you made mad. I was the star that was too high up to see, and you missed out on me. I was the tale that you didn't believe, and you missed out on me.
So Laura is a song that was really fun. I feel like from a songwriter standpoint, fun songs are a little bit more challenging for me to write because my origins as a songwriter was I learned guitar, started writing songs in a dark place. And so darker, sadder songs are kind of typically easier for me to write just to release emotion. And Laura was a song that was, it wasn't too hard to write, surprisingly. It was the first song that I wrote for my second album, so that was really fun. And I brought that song into DRS, the recording studio in Waco, Texas, that did my second and third album, and that was the song that we previewed, and that was the song that he decided to go ahead and continue to have me on as a client in his recording studio. And I still hear people singing it, tapping their foot, and I just remember this song as just being really fun memories that I had during my time at my second college in Nashville, Tennessee.
It's the idea of fun. Like, it's okay to just have fun. It's like we work all the time, we have so much responsibility, and that's good. Be responsible, for sure. I'm a pro, be responsible. But sometimes it's just good to just have fun, make memories, and live life. And so I just wanted to play a song that I think is really fun. Remember the famous milkshake craze, the night of the chase, leading up to our first big date. The blanket we shared on the lawn, we didn't want people to stare, but it was too late. We had the time of our lives, laughing at everything. I wanted you to know you mattered to me. The baseball field on our very first date, and the songs you listened to from that day under the stars. The car rides when you were close to me, and that magical night on that swing, no one could tear us apart. We had the time of our lives, laughing at everything. I wanted you to know you mattered to me. The conference room in the dark, getting caught by the security guard, even though we had innocent hearts. The letter you gave in the pouring rain, and the hugs you gave every day, and every other memory we made, it mattered to me. Had the time of our lives, laughing at everything. I wanted you to know you mattered to me. The conference room in the dark, getting caught by the security guard, even though looks you gain every day, and every other memory we made, it mattered to me. Laura, you mattered to me.
One of my favorite things as a songwriter today, I've been having a little bit of fun with my music because I have 3 albums and I have over 30 songs. I believe I have 39 currently. Just releasing my 3rd album, I now have 39 released songs. And I love to just take 2 songs and mash them together and make one big thing. And so I have done that with 2 of my songs off of my 3rd album. The first one is the opening track called Taken, and the second one is the second single off the album called Imbalance. And I have had a lot of fun. It's like, even though I finished writing the songs, I can still kind of play songwriter a little bit by getting artsy and cutting them up and putting them together to make a new creation. And people who listen to my music and hear mashups, it's like you don't really know what's coming next, but then you hear it and it's just so much fun, and it just feels different. It makes the songs feel different and they go well together, and I'm really excited to do that today.
Alone in this chasm, looking back on the life I used to know. What once were daydreams are now living nightmares and ghosts. The praise I used to give, everything that I did had a purpose. Traditions I upheld, decisions I compelled turned to curses. And I watch as it's all destroyed. I watch what I cannot avoid. Everything in my life has been shaken, taken. First day I met you, my face was red for you. From secondhand embarrassment, intuitive annoyances, then I overheard you. Felt that heart inside you, and underneath the mask you wore was someone I was fighting for. It wasn't romance, but it was love, the kind that I had always dreamed of. But you were never in it for us. And I knew you mean more to me than I did to you. I knew I'd do things for you that you'd never do. The seasons change every day anew, and today you make me go on without you. I knew this love would turn to sadness, but I chose imbalance. There was imbalance. I was always there for you. You were never there. I needed you. Imbalance. There was imbalance. You got me thrown out and then left when I needed help. Everything that got me through the middle of the night when I feared my doom. Everything I used to be, the person that I was, thought he was free. Everyone I thought I could trust turned out to be conditional love. Taken, 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 taken. Now that I've changed, you decide to walk away. I told you if we weren't friends, the blood would be on your hands, and your hands are red. 'Cause I knew you mean more to me than I did to you. I knew I'd do things for you that you'd never do. Hey, the seasons change every day I'm new, and someday you make me go on without you. I knew this love would turn to sadness, but I chose imbalance. There was imbalance, 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 imbalance. There was imbalance. Oh, watch as it's all destroyed. I watch what I cannot avoid. Everything in my life has been shaken, taken, taken. I watch everything be taken, taken. I watch everything be taken. Imbalance, there was imbalance, 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 imbalance, there was imbalance. I watched everything be taken.
So here we have another mashup. I have taken two songs off of my first album. One is called The Empress, and the other one is called The Heart in the Box. And these two songs are very emotional. And it's interesting because whenever I wrote my first album, I told myself, I was like, I'm gonna write an album that is happy and or at least upbeat. I'm gonna try to avoid that song called that I call the sad ballads. We're gonna avoid the sad ballads because I am happy at my first college, and that's just that's what I wanted to capture, and I captured that in some of the songs on my first album. But there were just things that were going on in my life at the time that I had to emote, and I was really proud of these two songs. I still think that to this day, The Empress is one of my best songs, and I love playing it live, and hearing the crowd sing that chorus back to me is one of my favorite moments of ever playing to a crowd, if I have a crowd that will sing my music back, that is. But even though The Empress and The Heart in the Box are about two different things, they kind of have that same theme of heartbreak and longing. And so I've put them together into this surprise mashup, and I'm really excited for you to hear it. I don't want to make promises that I can't keep. I don't want to let the Empress fall too deep. I'm waiting on the time to decide. We're crazy to think you and me could become one. We're crazy to think darkness hides from the sun. That you'll be mine, move on, fighting battles, saving me, discovering our destinies. I don't want to make promises that I can't keep. I don't want to let the Empress fall too deep. Waiting on the tides, waiting on the time to decide what's best for me now. But I don't want to let the Empress down.
devil surrounds us, don't know what to say. They plot against us, you join their ranks. And you leave me here alone. I stood by your side for all these years. Then life introduces replacements and tears. And you leave me here alone. Every memory we share turns to dust. Every happy day reminds me of us. You leave with the stones and the rocks, the hearts in the box. I want someone to love and to love me the same, but my heart can't escape while it echoes your name. I want to move on and to trust again, but if you can lead me, so can all my friends. Never again. I'm waiting on the times, waiting on the time to decide. I don't wanna let the Empress down. Every memory we share turns to dust. Every happy day reminds me of us. You leave with the stones and the rocks, the heart in the box. I don't want to make promises that I can't keep. I don't want to let the Empress fall too deep. I'm waiting on the tides, waiting on the time to decide what's best for me now. But I don't want to let the Empress down. It's forever lost. The heart in the box.
So I actually didn't know that I was going to play piano until I got to this event because my piano is currently in repair, so I didn't bring my piano, but they had a piano tuned and ready for me. So I am gonna play piano for you. I have one song that I am spontaneously playing on piano. And the song that I have selected to play on piano is a song off my second album called Sophie Rose. Now, I have had some people, there are some people, this was not a single, so it's kind of, if you've heard it, you love it, but not everybody gets to hear it. So it's one of those songs where you follow artists and there's like songs that are really good, but no one knows about them, so you kind of feel like, oh, that's my song in a way. It's protected from the rest of the public. They're not screaming it in the streets. It's like, this is privately my favorite song. And I've had people that have told me that. And there is, in the recorded version of the song, there is a mandolin and there is a steel guitar. And I really wanted to go for a country sound since the album was based off of Nashville, but I also wanted to go a pop rock sound too. So making my second album, I tried my best to blend all three of those genres into a cohesive album. And I was so proud of Sophie Rose. My producer has said that this was his favorite song on my second album and potentially out of all of my music so far. So I am really excited to play piano for you this evening. All right, is this microphone working okay? All right, it's weird because when you get on this side of things, it's like I can't hear myself too well, but y'all hear me a lot louder than I do. I didn't know that I was gonna be playing piano for you until I got here. So this is a fun little improvisation. It's hard to find someone you can trust to the end. They'll take your words and twist them to benefit them. And once again I made the mistake of letting them in, but you were the only one who was my true friend. No one knows Sophie Rose. Thank you for staying with me. If you trust the wrong people, they'll spread lies about you and tell your story their way till no one knows what's true. And all these nights I wondered what I did to them, but now I know they weren't my true friend. Sophie Rose. No one knows Sophie Rose. Thank you for staying with me. You believed in me when everyone told you to leave. You saw through their lies and stayed on my side, and we're happier than they are, 'cause we won this fight. Sophie Rose. No one knows Sophie Rose. Thank you for staying with me. It means a lot to me that you stay with me. So the final song that we are going to be doing is something really fun. I love playing this song live, and we are ending at the beginning. We are ending with Ring, the notorious bell ringer in the bell tower ringing Isbell. Fun fact about Ring, actually, I came up with the idea because I said, okay, well, if I lived in a fantasy land, what would my job be? And I said, well, my last name is Isbell, so I'd be the bell ringer. And then that's how the song Ring was born. And I really love singing the song with the crowd in particular because the crowd kind of has their own part that they do, and I have my part that I do. And so it's a really fun way to duet with everybody else, and we're all participating and making music together. And I also think it's really crazy that out of all songs, that was my first song, like Ring. And some people, they're discovering my music for the first time, and they'll still see the Ring music video, and that's their introduction to my artistry. I'm like, no, we've got to. What about my second album? What about my third album? Like, let's look at that. And I even made another music video so they could look at that. But still people are looking at Ring and watching that video. And so I've just kind of embraced it as a camp. Like, this is just, this is really fun, and it's interesting that this could be someone's first song that they've released. And we're gonna have a lot of fun. We doing good? All right. So I have one more song for you this evening. I thought it would be appropriate to end my performance at the beginning. But first, before we get there, I do want to say thank you one more time to Coolidge-Sandy Coalition for putting this on for us and for everything that they do for our community and for Coolidge ISD and the graduates. Let's give them a hand. All right. All right, so this last song, I wanted to give us all an opportunity. I saw some people that were really getting into the music a little bit earlier, especially that table over there in the corner. I saw y'all getting into it. Yeah, there you go. And so I wanted to give everyone an opportunity to join me in a little bit of a duet. Do y'all think y'all could do that? Anybody? Yes? I heard someone say yes. All right. So I'm going to teach you your part real quick. It's very, very simple. I used to do this all the time when I would teach kids because I had a job teaching kids music, and I would play this song for them and they'd love it. So this is your part. After I sing Ring, you're going to sing Ring. Let's practice. So I'll ring, ring. There's no way I could be alone if I ring, ring. And when my kingdom calls me home, my life will open up to a whole new world of the legend stories that I've been told. I'll ring, ring. Lo and behold, I forge my sword. All right, good job. There's one more part I'm going to teach you. When I say hear the, you're going to sing hear the. And when I say feel the, you'll sing feel the. So let's practice that. I can hear the whistling of the wind. I can feel the rushing adrenaline. So I'll ring, ring. There's no way I could be alone if I ring, ring. Good job, that was good. All right, this is the most difficult part, but I think we can do it. Whenever I sing this bridge, your part is I can hear them coming. Can y'all do it with me? It's like snap, I can hear them coming. I can hear them coming. Sing it with me. I can hear them coming. I can hear them coming. I can hear them coming. You're singing this one with me. Sing it with me. I can hear them coming. I can hear them coming. Okay, so we're gonna skip that part. It's okay. We'll do hear the and feel the. All right, I can hear the whistling of the wind. I can feel the rushing adrenaline. So I'll ring. All right, let's go. This was the first song I ever put out, and I wanted to end it at the beginning and say thank you so much to Coolidge for everything y'all done for me. Thank you to Sandy Coalition. Y'all have been great, and let's have fun on our last song together. Heard by every ear, near and far, the strike in the top of a tower small, the life of a hermit in his shell. Sing laughter and dance through the notch of the crowd, then shivered by the creaking chair as I sit down. But I'm just a hunchback ringing my bell. I can hear the whistling of the wind. I can feel the rushing adrenaline. Got to grab their minds, give them something to find. So I'll ring. There's no way I could be alone if I ring. And when my kingdom calls me home, my life will open up to a whole new world of the legend stories that I've been told. I'll ring. Lo and behold, I forge my sword. Good job! With empty tables and chairs around, hearing stories and tales of the lucky frog. But I'm only Jack without a star. I can hear the whistling of the wind. Is this a game I'll finally win? Vibrations in the ground tell me I'm almost bound. So I'll ring. There's no way I could be alone if I ring. And when my kingdom calls me home, my life will open up to a whole new world of the legend stories that I've been told. I'll ring. Lo and behold, I forge my sword. The messengers will find me here and take me away. My life will change, the sun will rise on a brand new day. From the tower small to the tower tall, I'll climb the rakes. They'll find me here and take me there to celebrate. I can hear them, I can hear them, I can hear them, I can hear them. Ring. So I'll ring. There's no way I could be alone if I ring. And when my kingdom calls me home, my life will open up to a whole new world with the legend stories that I've been told. I'll ring. All right, thank you so much. All right.
All right, give one more warm round of applause for Blake. Good job, Blake. All right.
So after I graduated Coolidge, I decided to stay at Navarro College. I was already taking classes with them. I started high school and college at the same time. My freshman year in high school was my first class in college, and I did it all throughout high school, earned, I believe it was 52 or 54, one of those credit hours in college when I graduated high school. And I was a college tutor when I was in high school, and so I was very involved with Navarro. In my senior year in high school, I started playing band at Navarro College. I was the first chair oboist there at the college level, and so that was really fun for me to do, my oboe days, as I call them. And I decided that Navarro gave me a better opportunity, and I was really happy there. I had friends. I loved the teachers. I still love the teachers. Shout out Dr. Hughes. And I grew there as a musician. Then everything changed when COVID attacked. COVID attacked everybody. It hit us hard. And I decided that luckily my mom bought me some equipment, some recording equipment for Christmas earlier before COVID hit. And I was able to set up the equipment in my apartment there in Corsicana, Texas, next to Navarro College, and record my first album. I did not know that I was going to record my first album. At the time, I was just doing it to do it because this is who I was, and this is how I expressed myself, this is how I processed things, this is how I went throughout life, and I was just capturing my life into music. And then my first album and getting to record my first album is what really birthed my artistry and getting to share it with everybody. So I recorded my first album there. At the time, I was trying to audition for a college in Nashville, Tennessee called Lipscomb University. And unfortunately, I don't understand why, but unfortunately, they were being quite stubborn with allowing me into their music program. They did, because I had a 4.0 GPA, they did admit me into the college, but whoever was in charge of the music program, well, I like to say they missed out. And that's where some of the songs from my second album come from. My second album tells the story of being in Lipscomb, because I still lived there for a few months, one semester of school, and I just could not get them to budge. And they told me, they said, "We don't think you can be a star." And I didn't really know how to respond to that, because I'm like, how many students become stars? You know, I'm not trying to be sassy or roast them or anything. I'm just being honest, because who becomes a star is very subjective. There are a lot of people who become stars that aren't necessarily the most talented or whatever. And I was like, I'm here to do my music because this is who I am, and I'm going to do this for the rest of my life, regardless of what anybody tells me. And they said that they weren't going to support me. And I said, well, you know what? I'm not going to support a college that won't support me. So I packed my bags and I went to another college. So now we have my third college, which is Harding University. I recorded my second album after having transferred to Harding that summer. And then after that, I was in the process of writing my third album, and I was like, okay, first album, first college, second album, second college, third album, third college. Well, I was writing songs for it, and then a very traumatic event happened, and my life kind of just shattered into 50 million pieces, and it completely canceled all of the plans that I originally had for my third album. And I entered a rather darker time in my life, and my songwriting took the shape of its original intent and purpose, which was to cope with hard times. And that's how I became a songwriter. When I was in high school, I was going through teenage depression and all that. And so I had to process what was going on in my life right then and there, and that is where my third album comes from, Deconstruction. It's kind of the very end of my third college, and then also a little bit into life after college. So I wrote that, I recorded it. It was over the course of 2 years I recorded it, then I released it. It's an interesting album because my first and second album, I had all the songs written, and then I recorded them after I had all the songs written. But my third album, it was like I'd write a song, I'd go to the studio, and then the album kind of became what it was throughout all of the process. Like I had songs that were completely done when most of the album wasn't even written yet. And so that was an interesting thing, that it evolved over time instead of having a full 13 or so songs done and then start recording. And since I released my third album, I currently live in San Antonio, Texas. I'm trying to embrace the newest chapter of my life the best that I can, and trying to fight my way to be able to keep doing what I love. But we're gonna get there. We're gonna keep doing it, because I'd have to be dead to quit doing this, because this is who I am and this is what I do. Thank you so much for joining me during my performance here in my hometown, Coolidge, and for taking the time to learn a little bit more about my artistry and my story. I had so much fun playing you all this music. If you want to find out more information, then my music is on all streaming platforms. There's music videos, lyric videos on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music are popular. Pandora accepted my third album, which I didn't even know that they were selective with what music they put on their platforms, but they accepted my third album. So that has to count for something. So Pandora listeners, I'm there, I'm on Pandora. And then if you're looking for social links, we have Instagram is at Blake Isbell Music. And then there's also a Facebook that's Blake Isbell Music. And then there's also just my name, Blake Isbell. That's BlakeIsbell. You can look that up on Google. You can find my website, www.blakeisbell.com. And there's a form that you can even reach out and send me a message, and I always respond to every single message that you send to me. At least for right now, I do. So if you have any questions about my artistry, or if there is anything you want to tell me, then that's where to do it. And then there's also 3 CDs that are being sold on the website as well. That's where you can buy the physical variants of my albums. For all 3 of my albums all have unique designs, and the booklets are really cool. That's kind of the collectible thing about the CDs. They're all fully designed, and the booklets have exclusive pictures and lyrics and all kinds of stuff, so they're really cool. But thank you so much for joining us, and I look forward to seeing you in the future.